Welcome, guys. Welcome back to the UCSB x UCLA Summer Splash. Hello again. I'm Forecast, and right here I have my main man, Heiner Smits. How you doing today? You're still muted.
Okay, unmuted. Perfect. Hello. Doing good. Just excited to get into the game real quick.
Yeah, we're currently waiting on that right now as I figure stuff out. But then, while we're waiting on the game, we're currently in pro draft right now. But while we're waiting for that, please check out our sponsors right now. Can you shout them out for us, Lawrence?
Yeah. So mainly it's right now the event Summer Splash. We're working with the as you can see in the chat right now. We're working with the UCLA Leukemia and Lymphoma Society. So we're looking to hit, I believe, a $1,000 goal, donation goal. And there will be milestones that I believe there should be another link to suggest. I know Staff General is just suggesting random challenges for everyone left and right, and it's pretty fun to see. So yeah, that's and it goes to a fantastic cause, right? So yeah, please consider dropping a little bit into that funding.
Indeed, and we also have our sponsor banner here at the bottom of us. Shout out to UConnect Esports. Shout out to Microsoft and also Twitch Student for helping us get the pricing for this tournament that we have right now. So today we're going to be going through the bracket stage. So now that the qualifiers are done, we do have the bracket set up. Our first game is actually going to be against CU Boulder and Mom and Pops. So Lawrence, do you want to talk a little bit about CU Boulder? We did get the chat. We did get to see them yesterday, rather. What did you think about their gameplay yesterday?
I mean, CU Boulder is a very good team. They're, I believe they're just running most of their A team, and I didn't follow ULOL this year mainly because it didn't quite happen. But in years before, they've been doing very well in the West. And then 2 years before, they, as part of the Pac-12, they were invited to a tournament that UCLA Esports hosted, in which they did pretty well. Two of those players are still on the team, so excited to see big things from them. And just everyone in this match is Diamond Plus, so
it's gonna be a spicy one.
We're getting there, yeah.
Yeah. And we did not get to see Mom and Pop play, but do you have any input on how they play, Lawrence?
No.
No.
I really don't.
So we do not currently know how Mom and Pop play, but judging from the ranks, we can see that they're very well, I wouldn't say that word, but well put, because let me just bring it over to the what's going on right here. You can check out the ranks. They're all pretty much diamond, high diamond. Well, not high. Well, yeah, high, mid to high diamond. Let's say put it that. So this is definitely going to be a spicy game.
Yeah, so we are currently, so the teams right now are drafting in Pro Draft. Once it gets into the actual client and into the actual lobby, we'll try to do our best to run through the draft as it happens. It's going to be very fast, but that's what spectator delays for, right?
Indeed. So yeah, the draft is going to be super speed run, awesome games done quick mode. Can't wait to see that. It's gonna be let's see how fast we can talk about the bands and the picks while they go off.
League of Legends any percent. Let's go.
But no cheats, no wall hacks or anything.
Yeah, no wall hacks. Cannot dash over walls, so none of those champions. That's cheating.
Indeed. So Chad, how are you guys doing today? To be fair, for me, it feels pretty darn early. I mean, it's quarantine sleep schedule when you think 12 o'clock noon is early for you. This is usually legit. This is usually around the time that I wake up. So I'm pretty.
Yeah, same. Not gonna lie. Typically, LC, the combination of LCK and LPL tends to destroy my sleep schedule pretty significantly.
Indeed. Bison playing right after shoulder surgery. Oof. Jungle, is that?
Yeah, Carson is playing. He didn't play last night, but it looks like he's in the jungle right now. So that's gonna be great. See how he's see how he performs.
And what's interesting more is that Soligo is actually moving from he was he was a jungle last time, right?
Yes.
So he's moving actually to the AD carry position. How do you feel about that?
I mean, they do lose their previous AD carry,
Oh, poor.
who did play very well on that Ezreal. I'm not quite sure what Saliga Fanboy is gonna kind of bring to the table and how the champion pools match up. Carson being the primary jungler though is going to definitely be definitely going to be fantastic for the side of CU Boulder. On the other hand, it looks like
We're gonna be ready in a bit to finally jump in.
Yep. So right now in the draft, we're going to speedrun this draft and basically just read out champion names.
Silas. Just read it like Smash. It's like Silas. Callista.
All right, I'm down.
Your turn.
Yasuo.
Zillion.
Ezreal.
Galio.
Yeah.
So, yeah,
Okay, wait, no. I just do blue side. Okay.
We're playing Smash now. We're playing Super Smash. All
right.
This is the ultimate stream.
Surprise.
So we'll see like what stage they decide to pick. Like, oh, it's actually
Cassiopeia. I believe that when they draft, it's just going to be in pick order instead of the actual draft order. As first picking Cassiopeia top, and then responding with a gangplank is
what?
Questionable. Rocco's list.
What just happened? He misclicked.
Nice. All right, starting off strong.
Starting off strong, indeed.
Let's see what that Cassiopeia is actually supposed to be. To my knowledge, it's a Fiora. Okay.
But yeah, like definitely the 12 o'clock noon vibe is hitting people right now. It's very early in the morning.
Might as well be 6 a.m., right?
My mind is just like,
Bold of you to assume that my mind is anything but
Quick, don't look at the tournament code. Oh snap. All right, let's
you
jump
can read
back
it that
into
quickly
it.
And type it. I'm just impressed, if anything else.
There we go. We're finally back into it. I'm gonna talk more about these wonderful standard bans.
Ah, yes.
Second time's a charm. Yeah, just bans are going past pretty fast.
All right.
Saligo is CU's most favorite alum. No way.
Saligo did play for CU Boulder before moving on to, I believe, 100 Thieves Academy, and then got some starting time in the LCS as well. So, poggers to him.
DSM Saligo.
Is it? I don't actually know where he is right now. But
alright, so Fiora, Gangplank top lane, pretty spicy top lane right there. Very much skill-based matchup. Lee Sin in the jungle for CU, and we also got Graves locked in for Mom and Pop. Can't really tell much about the comp right now, but a lot of it is seems.
Graves.
Yeah. Are they locking in Graves actually?
Yes, I believe so. I'm not looking at the wrong draft, right? I don't think so. Oh, yeah,
no, we're not.
Yeah, that's gonna be the Graves, and then the mid lane pick coming in for Jordan is gonna be that Lissandra. So Lissandra, really nice into just provides all the setup that a team needs. Whether she goes Electrocute, Spellbook, Aftershock, they'll have their own different utilities. But Lissandra, as a core champion, is still going to do the same thing, which is go in, lock everyone up, and then if she decides that one person really needs to die, you know, you've got that Frozen Tomb. Aatrox leave in.
Aatrox is banned. Pretty solid. I mean, like I said, this is totally not regular draft. They did all of this on Pro Draft, which is why it's like, why would they ban Aatrox and Volibear if they already picked their top laner? Unless that's a Fiora AD carry then. Or a double mage bot. Which has actually been seeing some play like this season. I forgot, wait, which season was it where double mage's bot was an actual thing? Was it season 8 or season 9?
Wait, what do you... Oh, like both sides are playing mages?
No, like Ziggs, like Ziggs bot lane, like Ziggs
Yeah, like
brand bot
Ziggs
lane.
into Vlad or like Ziggs
Yeah.
into Swain or Swain whatever.
Hmm?
Um, I think Ziggs bot first came around after season 8, after that one patch. The I think it's 8.11, or
Indeed.
they nerfed AD carries really hard, and then people realized, well, if we have Ziggs, he does all that turret killing stuff anyways.
Yeah.
Um,
And
that was
I
when Ziggs
actually
bot
used
came
to
in.
main Ziggs bot. It was actually my go-to before I decided to like start one-tricking Jin. And it looks like our team comps are finally locked in. Excuse me for
Yeah,
a
so we
second.
can take a look at these.
Let's see. So like on mom and pop side, we have Soulfly with Fiora in the top lane, and Care for Me as Graves in the jungle. Jordan is Lissandra in the mid lane, Vayu as Varus, and Demise is Nautilus support.
Yeah, on any side, we've got Gangplank being played by Lil Pop, Carson getting on that Lee Sin, and then Cat Dogs Oriana, Soligo Fanboys Aphelios, and then Night Raven on the Morgana.
Indeed. So overall, honestly, they both look like very solid team fight comps. So this is definitely going to be an explosive game. Although,
Yeah.
I do feel like go ahead.
There is kind of a lacking of frontline from the side of CU Boulder. Lee Sin's not tanky. Gangplank isn't really going to be doing it. They're going to try to be using. They're going to have to try to use kind of zoning and pseudo frontline in the form of Morgana probably having a Zonias later on into the game to kind of create that frontline. And the zoning I'm talking about is a Gangplank ult and just an Oriana ball. I guess an Aphelios turret, should he be in crescendum form, would also count. But meanwhile, we have, Lissandra that's able to engage, and without the front line, that could potentially prove devastating.
Indeed, and like yeah, but you can tell like both sides definitely have the split push in mind. I mean, Fiora is a very solid split pusher. It's probably gonna be behind against Gangplank usually until super late game where Fiora can just start like 1v9ing the enemy team. But yeah, I feel like there is a lot of what I want to see. I want to see Carson like. Because they're gonna be probably like running like 1-4-1-4-0. So I want to see like Carson try to like make a play behind the enemy line to just kick them into the team, because he does have the Morgana spell shield, which should allow him to do that.
Yeah,
But the
putting the
Morgana is
spell shield
actually
onto the
also
Morgana makes it pretty easy for Carson to execute without worrying about getting locked down by either Nautilus or like a Chain of Corruption.
yeah.
Or
There's a lot of
Lissandra.
CC though. There's a lot more CC on mom and pop side.
Yeah.
So
But-
chat, let me see what you've got. Let me see your predictions in the chat. Who do you think is going to win this game? Whoever wins is actually going to be moving on to the winners final against the winner of UC Sugar Babies and Soul Jungle. Is that Soul Jungle?
Yeah.
Yeah.
So whoever wins this this game right here is going to be 2 best-of-3 series away from the whole tournament. So this is all going to be finishing today. But another thing that I want to mention is just the protection that the Aphelios has. Is he really can carry, and if he doesn't, there's also the potential of a late game GP. Whether it's kind of a tanky bruisery build or more of just that crit montage, 1,000 damage crit, 20 million AD pentakill by level. No, I'm kidding. Like full clickbait.
Hey, you'd be
Whether it's one of that
surprised,
build.
like, I can't remember the last time I got chunked out by an unseen barrel. Like, that's scary to witness.
For me, it was Tuesday. Anyways. But yeah, the Aphelios is going to have a ton of protection. Oriana provides a pretty massive shield when she scales into that late game. It has all the AP. Morgana with all of her CC, and the Black Shield going to stop that CC coming in, which is going to be very important for Soligo Fanboy to stay alive.
Soligo. But yeah, it's gonna be spicy. I wonder if they're gonna. I actually wonder if they're gonna do the same thing as last game, where they just decided to farm like 24/7 until they got their core builds. I think that's a pretty standard for Because like definitely like towards the mid game, I do feel that Mom and Pop's comp is a lot stronger with the lockdown. Could be wrong, but
Yeah, the team fight the team fight prowess of CU Boulder doesn't quite come in until a little bit later into the game. But as it gets later and later into the game, they're gonna have to be worrying about that Fiora split push. Gangplank, while he is just incredibly powerful late game, it's more about his team fight ability and ability to output damage, kind of ignore the armor. While Fiora just wants to be in that side lane, Gangplank should not be able to 1v1 her. And yeah, SoFly might just at some point kill the Nexus.
yeah, that's very scary. It's like so fly with the teleport pressure on the Fiora, who's prone to doing that. What I want to see, I feel like I'm kind of expecting an early like gank from Carson over to the top lane to get LOL rolling on the Gangplank ahead of that Fiora. Because I feel like Fiora is gonna struggle a bit. I feel like Gangplank struggles a bit against Fiora in lane. Do you think so? Or am I wrong?
Yeah, a little bit. Gangplank does have pretty good early harass with grasp as well as some parlays. And he's going to be looking to spam that to keep her low, but should the Fiora ever get in and go for a longer trade, then she should definitely win that.
And we are finally on the Rift. I did upload the lower lay due to feedback. It should look a lot better now with less. Can you double check that for me, please?
Well, it ain't blurry, so feels good.
Yeah,
man.
we're not blurry. And look at this. Watch this. You want to see something cool? Whoa! I zoom out. Okay. Oh my god.
Do we have it? The technology, it's there? The technology is there.
The
Let's go.
technology
Okay.
is there indeed.
Yeah,
Look at
so
this
looking at the
little
level
stack.
ones, we have a super standard 5-point start coming in from CU Boulder, and meanwhile we've got all 5 members with the 1-point start, just protecting the crap out of that red buff. Perhaps they could be going for some kind of late invade, or it looks like SoFly and Care for Me are just gonna be moving up top a bit more.
But yeah, it's just they're over here protecting their buff. I mean, I don't see a reason why, but like no, it's just fine. It's just standard starts. Like I kind of wanted to see maybe an invasion on Mom and Pop side, but that's just me. I like pressuring the level 1 to force out any summoners early game to get that early advantage because they do have the Nautilus and the Lissandra combo where like Nautilus can Q, but it does force Lissandra to use the W, which would kind of cuck her level 1.
Yeah, it is interesting to note that level 1, as we see a little bit of early trading, that level 1, they did put down 2 wards instead of just kind of manually standing there. I think it's completely fine to be using the wards that early, as the threat of like a Morgana binding early on is, potentially just leads to a kill, and we see that early trading coming in from Fiora when she lands the vitals.
Oh my god, this lure is like pretty good. Definitely we're gonna see some level 2 action there in the top lane. Both top laners seem very primed for it. Gangplank does have the corrupting potion. Wanted to take those trades along with the Grasp of the Undying booger procs.
Yeah, and Morgana starting with the Tormented Soil, getting that poke onto Varus. Taken pretty low already, but it's okay because he's still got that corrupting pot to heal back up.
Seems to be just slow start. We have Graves coming on the left side. Bayu is taking quite a bit of damage under the turret. It's barely hitting level 2. That's the power of that level 2 advantage here in the bot lane.
Yeah, and Gangplank with the extra sustain is getting some better trades. And also able to just harass with that parlay as we see another one coming in, proccing that grasp, healing himself up, and getting just a little bit of extra health.
Look at that gang.
Oh, he could be going for a kill. Flash is forced out, but Care for Me is waiting in this bush. IOI might have to flash back out, and yeah, that's going to be Flash's traded as we see an engage coming in bot lane. Night Raven being taken very low, but I don't know if Demise is able to finish this off. He's going to ignite. That's going to force out both the heal and the flash. So good choice by Demise to go for that ignite. Getting a very good trade in the bot lane.
Yeah, that's a very good trade indeed. Have you noticed I'm actually going to be kind of quieter because I'm actually trying to focus on the camera, so you can go ahead and like Lawrence if you can.
Gotcha.
That's been actually working out, but Carson is looking actually for some action in the bot lane.
Oh, goes in. There's a gank coming in bot lane.
Yeah, the gank coming in
has
well.
to cleanse, and there was a gank maybe because as Carson was hovering around bot lane, but Orianna is just gonna burn the flash. Burn the cleanse to get rid of that Ring of Frost, and will walk out alive.
Who's writing the stream announcements? Oh my god, I should stop doing that. Oh my gosh, okay. I should stop reading what's on my screen. But anyways, it looks just very slow start for all of these people. We do have a little bit of early advantage favoring like IOI. Oh my gosh, that's a very nice build.
Doing that is just to never to learn how to read. Then you can't accidentally read things that are on your screen. Anyways, as we take a brief moment to take a look at the CS differentials, there's a pretty significant lead for Gangplank already. It's getting matched because I think the wave is pushing in, but also notably in the mid lane, Cowdog right now almost doubling the CS of Jordan. Jordan's gonna pick some up as it goes under turret, but that's still gonna be a 13 CS lead, and that's gonna lead to this early tier, and Orianna's gonna scale fantastically.
Nice booger. But yeah, like that's the thing about Orianna. She's actually like the fact that she has empowered auto attacks along with the constant shields makes her difficult to trade with in lane. So I understand that. But
yeah,
Orianna
has I believe one of the lowest base ADs in the game to compensate for the fact that all of her auto attacks are empowered. But the empowered autos really just make it so that slightly longer trades where she can get multiple auto attacks off and really stack up that clockwork wind up are beneficial to her. Whereas Lissandra kind of wants to just get like a W to proc Aftershock and then Q and then walk out. Meanwhile, zoning with the ball, yeah, just preventing Jordan from really getting in. And it's kind of the zoning that's led to the CS differential that you see right here.
Now we may have to be careful here. Cowdog might be in danger. Care for me is they're on the flanks ready to engage. Will Jordan pull the trigger just yet? Not quite.
Is level 6. Cleanse isn't quite back up. Carson is going to be spotted right here in the bot river, but he's still going for it.
Nice preemptive flash by Cowdog, sniffing out that gank.
Yeah, as soon as he saw the Graves and that Glacial Claw, knew that Flash was the only way out there. Meanwhile, Dragon is going to be started by Carson, and Graves is in the area. We could be looking at our first fight of this game. Carson's going to drag it out a little bit further, maybe back off. He's going very low. Still tanking it, has to safeguard out.
Damages might be to all in.
Oh, has to flash. Jordan flashing after him is going to get that Frozen Tomb out and just burst him down for the first blood. And, yeah, Care For Me is just going to say thanks for the leash and get that first Ocean Dragon.
But yeah, that was a very solid, definitely a good job of Jordan just punishing Carson for taking unnecessary Dragon Arrow aggro. And also, like, a bit greedy, like, trying to get that early Drake, especially when he knew that Care For Me was in the area. We have a few trades going on top of this. All players actually half health in favor going IOI. IOI may try to all in this. He does have the ultimate, but decides to be a bit more passive about it, not quite do it just yet. He is zoning out a bunch of CS, especially the cannon minion against SoFly right now.
Yeah, this wave pushes in, and that's just going to mean SoFly gets denied even more. Lisa now hovering top, could look for a gank, and wow, that's a lot of damage coming in from a piercing arrow. I thought that got nerfed, man. We're on 10-14.
You hate to see it.
it still do that, don't it? Okay.
It looks like the bot link on the back. IOI is kind of stopping the back from Fiora just a bit more. Fiora does not have a teleport, dude, and IOI is actually going to be zoning him out a lot to see it. But look at this in the bot lane.
Snare isn't, but Solika Fanboy has been chunked quite low by an arrow. Demise has to flash out though, and you know, like a kind of barrage zoning out Varus, preventing him from doing more damage. That's gonna be the GP burned. Traded for both summoners from Demise. Carson and Care For Me are gonna find each other, and Carson's gonna jump in onto him, but have to back out immediately. Cowdog is now rotating over, as well as Lol. As Night Raven has just been landing a ton of arrows, or a ton of bindings. Bayou gonna almost go down to the Infernum ultimate, coming in from Soligo Fanboy.
Oh, look at this. There's a
Oh
hiding
yeah,
Herald
well,
in
the
the top
fight.
lane.
Grand Challenge is popped. And SoFly is just going to be engaging onto Lowell, who's going to run. I think he's going to get under turret. He's not going to get all 4 pops, so he will make it out alive. But he's going to be taking quite low and trading back quite well with the Sheen and the barrel. Solid Go Fanboy going down to a final piercing arrow. And the Q's going to land. And with the resonating strike, he's going to finish out. Night Raven now going to flash away from the Chain of Corruption. The Vi flashes after him. Now we're going to see some Alcove gameplay, but it looks like he is dead to rights. He's going to try to just give the kill over, but it's going to still have to go over to Demise. Vayu using both Cleanse and Flash. Cleanse is unnecessary.
Top lane action.
Just face checking in this bush.
Oh
Gonna one-shot Carson. And now going on to Lowell. Has the red buff, so Lowell's gonna have to flash away. But with that end of the line, will it be enough damage to finish him off? But no, the oranges, so everything's K.
The
and we have more
plating.
fighting going in mid lane. Lissandra with the Protobelt going in, getting a trade. Does have the Glacial Tomb, but does not want to go any further. Cowdog is already on the turret. And fighting everywhere. Nice.
Dude, I heard you casting over the bot fight, and I was focused on the top action going on because they were trying to like fight over Rift Herald. Oh my gosh. There's just action everywhere on the map. So hard. Show bot lane. But yeah, it's like things have gone definitely in the favor of Mom and Pop right now. They do have that early advantage, which is actually going to be huge on the Graves. And actually the Graves and the Varus. Look at the value like picking up that broken item on Rogue Glaive. But look at this. There might be some cheese here in the mid lane. It is not. There's no vision there. Oh. Sandra maybe overextended. Misses the binding.
Oh, but the Q does land. He's going to go in, dodge the shockwave with that Glacial Tomb. Graves is now rotated over as well. Carson's going to be caught out a little bit, but still has the safeguard to get away, and that will be a full disengage. Starts binding on SoFly as well. Care for Me now is just going to be here, getting some autos onto the turret, as Cowdog is very out of mana. And Carson, you know, the pair of them are both pretty low, but still going to be able to clear out that wave. As Dragon's spawning fairly soon.
Dude, there's a second dragon in the game going up. We got the Earth Drake and not Magic in 15 minutes. The blue team does summon the Rift Herald. Biased towards
it's gonna get a lot of plating, but meanwhile there's fighting. League of Fanboy getting engaged on. Demise going super low though. Has to pop the stopwatch. Cannon Barrage comes out to make sure that he goes down. So Solid Go Fanboy is gonna scare that with the final auto attack. Meanwhile, mid lane turret going down to that Rift Herald. It's gonna be a lot of gold going in. And we now have a teleport coming in from Fiora. Solid Go Fanboy only at half health. A lot of damage coming in from Night Raven, I think, or SoFly was just kind of at half health. This is going to give free time over to the Gangplank to just kind of keep knocking down that turret, get free farm, and Jesus, the Bear's poke is relentless right now.
Yeah. Gonna take a little bit of poke back, however. Solid Go does have the lifesteal, I don't know what that thing is called, but it's just a vampiric scepter. This is like a over...
Yeah, separate balance gun.
Just a vampiric scepter. Do have...
Yeah, and with Fiora no longer having the teleport, this is going to give kind of a free ticket, or sorry, with all the resets coming in, this is going to be Mountain Drake going over. Mountain Drake going to be really nice against the Varus, as armor is more and more effective against flat pen. Having a little bit of extra resistance is going to reduce some of the effectiveness of that lethality, so that's going to be nice for everyone.
So yeah,
it's not that nice because they're not actually tanky champs, but no, you're gonna take some extra resistances when you can get them.
So we do have Lee Sin here trying to come in for a lane gang. Night Raven's actually setting that up for him, popping the ward, but Care For Me does sniff it out. It's like, why would you start clearing that out when that's actually very good intuition by Care For Me right there.
Yep, Solid Go Fanboy super low right now. Okay, sniffs out the fact that Bayou could just kind of sneak an arrow from around the bush. Meanwhile, Care For Me is going for a gank. No, he's recognizing that they're back, so just gonna push in this wave. Maybe get some turret plating before it falls off.
Yeah, just turret plating is one. It should be able to get 2 turret platings after that. A nice barrel going off on SoFly right there. They actually can go for 3. No, I think they should be able to get the 3rd plating here. They do, because Lissandra is actually here on the flanks ready to potentially dive. It is pinged out.
Bit of a Mr. Post there, and SoFly is going to have to take an extra trade, or take an extra parlay to the back for it. Night Raven engaging, but this is going to be a dive coming from Jordan. Solid Go Fanboy going to be burst down immediately, but finished off in return is the Graves, and not long for this world. Night Raven going to go down to a final person draw. That's definitely going to mean the turret goes down. Maybe they even get all the plating before it falls off in the next 2 seconds. As SoFly going super low, taking another barrel to the back, does get the riposte on the parlay at least, so he stays alive, but a lot of action just across the map again.
You know, I actually think that if IOI like used the cannon barrage on the bot lane, he could have prevented that turret from going down first.
Yeah, cannon barrage would have cleared the wave. And then meanwhile, Cowdog farming mid. Just scaling up with that Archangels right now, looking to get a couple more items before he starts really turning on and being effective.
But yeah, you can see like you can see IOI like coming out on top in that top lane at the moment. Fiora is currently very behind, for like getting the force buy into the executioner's calling to try to like mitigate the healing that IOI has on the oranges. Remove scurvy.
I still don't actually know if it's IOI or LOL, but who knows?
I'm just gonna say lol. Just call him lol. Binding.
Binding, yes. Calibrum.
200.
Gravitum. Oh,
300 crit from long range, no big deal. I mean, it's just like any other skill shot.
And that's the not even with extra like chakrams from the chakram gun. So yeah, Aphelios with the Infinity Edge completion. Oh, Carson gonna walk directly into Care For Me. Care For Me is just finding him everywhere, and Carson's just gonna have to dash out. Still taking from the red smite. Graves does not have collateral damage.
Little does he know, the entire team is here.
Yeah, and again, Solid Go Fanboy just gonna be getting a little bit harassed onto Jordan. Demise now walking up. That might be a little bit too far, and Carson is gonna make it out alive. Protect, get down, Mr. President. Strategy is very effective right here.
Yeah, dude, I can definitely tell that these guys, since they're like all of them being around like mid to high diamond, they definitely have the game sense to smell out those like 4-mans and whatnot, and I think that's something like worth learning and taking into account for your personal, like our personal games.
What do you mean you're supposed to help the team in a team game? Okay, yeah.
Might have some action bot lane. There might be another dive. Well, not a dive, but the pirate's gone. But Jordan,
Jordan going on to Lol. He's gonna eat the oranges to get out of the frozen tomb, and he's gonna be K. And yeah, it's just gonna be Jordan using an ultimate. But meanwhile, that kind of creates the space. The pressure needed for taking the second Rift Herald, as Cowdog was soloing blue buff in the background. And
here it again.
Oh yeah, going back in IOI, maybe overextending a little bit. He's gonna have the cannon barrage to slow down SoFly.
Does
and
not
he's gonna have
get
to flash out. Flashes after, keeps his back to the wall, so that final vital is not popped, but he still goes down regardless. Just stepping back a little bit too far.
I feel like that's kind of
unfortunate. Make it out the second time.
As in kind of unfortunate, he was trying to go for the barrel for the move speed, but he wasn't able to land it or like auto attack it. Yeah, maybe a little bit. I feel like if he had an extra bit of move speed, maybe Carson would have intervened in time. But I think that's just me. Like,
wait, no, he popped the barrel, so he got the move speed.
He dropped the barrel on top of Fiora, and then he wasn't able to pop that specific one.
Oh, the second one.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's a bit unfortunate. It was quite close. The game plank is very strong. He's got Trinity Force.
Second dragon.
So at this point, this is where we get to really see how the Gangplank chooses to play the rest of the game, whether he goes tankier with that Sterix, or he's going to go for either Infinity Edge or Black Leader. But now we have an Insect, Kick Flash coming in onto Bayou, and going for maybe a Flash prediction on that Dark Binding, but regardless, is not needed. That's just going to be a very clean 4-man coming in, taking down the bot lane of Mom and Pops.
Yeah, that was just very clean indeed, punishing the overextension by the Mom and Pop's bot lane right there. Really nothing to take in the area aside from the turret, and well, the turret is I guess the turret does look pretty juicy since it is very low. But like currently right now, I feel like Mom and Pop are currently just dominating CU's jungle right now.
Yeah, Care for Me is extremely strong. He's just kind of been the PowerPoint this game. He's got 2 items completion, the Warrior and the Black Cleaver. I don't know if they patched out the interaction between Graves' auto attacks and Black Cleaver, where hitting with multiple bullets leads to multiple cases of the armor shred. Regardless, it's still a very strong item on Graves. Gives him just more AD, more tankiness, which scales doubly effectively because of all the armor that Graves will get for free, and you know the 3 physical damage champions on CU Boulder. Yeah, he's also gonna have tankiness, and he's gonna have that CDR for just more spell cast, doing more damage. Yeah, very strong champion right now.
We currently are approaching that 20-minute mark. The score is like closing on the 20-minute mark. The score right now is 8-5. The gold is still relatively even on both sides. What can CU do to try to come back from this like heavy jungle presence by Mom and Pop?
So right now the problem with the jungle presence is it sort of starves out one of the resources for CU Boulder to farm. So they're gonna have to slowly establish that vision control, and I think it's fine for them to give up their jungle creeps at least, provided their wave control is enough and they make sure that the Aphelios and the Orianna get the farm that they need. Gangplank right now is getting it just fine, considering he's just side laning against Fiora. Orianna actually has a massive CS lead right now. It's over 60. So she should be getting, looks like that's a Spellbinder second. So just going for the maximum possible burst off of her spell casts, like a single rotation. And it's gonna give a pretty good amount of effectiveness each team fight, but her sustained damage is gonna suffer somewhat.
And I especially like how methodical CU are playing while behind. They aren't like your typical solo queue junglers who are like, come help me, they're in my jungle, and then die like 1v9, like 1v5 all the time.
Yeah,
just keep dying over and over again. They're very much respecting the presence of Mom and Pop right now. And I feel like that's fine because they have some scaling going on. They have Aphelios is pretty bonkers late game, along with the Orianna ultimate. Gangplank can just wave clear 24/7, so they don't have much, like Fiora actually does not have much split pressure there.
Yeah, and if we take a look at the gold graph right now, the bottom 3 roles are fairly even. Bottom 3 meaning the bot lane, the bot duo, and the mid laners. And then the 2 big discrepancies are going to be Care for Me has the advantage, and then LoL has the advantage. So LoL getting a lot of free gold just by being Gangplank and having Parlay. Is going to be able to scale quickly, and it looks like he is going for the Essence Reaver. So Essence Reaver versus Infinity Edge, personally I prefer Essence Reaver because it just feels really nice to have that 40 CDR as soon as possible. And the Infinity Edge is basically, can you high roll a team fight? And if you do, you win the video game.
Hey, but that's the only way to play Gangplank. You gotta be lucky. Remember?
No. Essence Reaver is almost the same thing, just not to an extreme. The cooldown reduction it gives is so nice, and then after that you build the eye edge, and then you're like, now I have 50% crit. So half the time I win the game.
Yeah, do you remember Do you remember crit? Oh God. Okay, that's fine.
Eat some oranges. Okay.
But do you remember back in the day with Crit Rune Gangplank?
Yeah, I do.
Just like everything is about RNG. It's like remember what, like when everyone used to run that 1% crit rune because of that.
I did that.
Yeah, it's like the only way to play.
It's mathematically it's just more DPS if you have over 100 AD.
Do have the Sonic Wave landing on Care for Me. It's gonna force them away from that mid lane. Currently, Mom and Pop do have
priority right now. Carson could look for a kick. He's got the flash and he's got some wards to jump to, and the side of Mom and Pops have just backed off. So priority of this dragon is gonna be going over.
Oh, that's okay. That's a nice
parry.
Oh,
Gonna walk into 3 people. It looks like he's not long for this world. He's gonna just go down, and with that pick,
oranges are not quite enough for a platoon.
Yeah.
That's a hook.
And Carson gets hit by the hook from Demise. He's gonna jump away, but that's gonna be the death charge negated by Black Steel. And Demise might have overextended. He's gonna have to flash out, but SoFi jumping in. Massive wing across landing from Jordan. Saligo Fanboy hasn't ulted, but he's doing a ton of DPS. He's on Chocolate right now, and he's just killing the members of Mom and Pop. Jordan now going a little bit too far. Is going to take down Carson, who walks back in, and Saligo Fanboy not quite able to outfight the duo. That's going to be a 2 for 3 overall, including the Gangplank death. But with Gangplank respawning soon, he's going to have that kind of barrage. He's going to have that teleport, so neither team can really stay for Dragon.
Yeah, that was an interesting engage. Like, props on Demise for hitting that hook to start the team fight. It almost went into their favor, but just a pushback from, especially from like the Felios Moonlight Vigil. Is that what it's called? No.
Yes.
Yeah, it's just very like it's just foreboding on like the timer. I feel like it puts Mom and Pop currently on a timer, and they don't want to like reach that late game state, especially with the Varus going lethality instead of on hit. Because like once the game scales later, like Varus's lethality build is gonna get like weaker and weaker.
Yep, and speaking of the Aphelios, that Runan's Hurricane has been completed. So he's gonna really start doing the Aphelios things. But yeah, that team fight, it's notable the differences in impact that the mid laners had, as Jordan went in and he got a fantastic Ring of Frost on like 4 members, I believe, forcing Saligo Fanboy to kite down and away from the rest of his team. But Cowdog, Shockwave is still up. Shockwave was not using last fight, as you Boulder are just going to rotate in and kind of take this free Dragon right here. Steel not going to come in. So yeah, both teams tied right now at 2 apiece. Carson might have gone a little bit too far. Gonna dodge that hook. The classic standstill.
Standstill. They still actually don't have vision of this. Carson might go and engage. Does not quite hit the Sonic Wave, however. They do have Scare for Me punishing, like, not punishing, but like trading the Dragon with all those camps in the top lane. It's just gonna further his lead right there.
Yeah, he's got a 2-level lead already. On the other hand, both solo lanes for CU Boulder are ahead. Carson just fishing for it. I think if he lands a Sonic Wave, he's going to get that Black Shield, and he's going to jump in and try to kick back. Well, can't kick back the Varus anymore. Edge of Night has been picked up, so that's good for Bayou.
And I feel like seeing CU's Boulders CS on the solo lanes isn't very like surprising. We did see them yesterday, and they definitely are very well capable of just CSing like over time when there's no pressure on the map.
Yeah, only objective left up right now is the Baron, aside from this mid turret, which should be picked up soon. It's very low. But neither team seems to be setting up that much around the Baron.
Death Bush.
As Carson's going to try, but he's going to walk directly into 2 members. Going to use that stopwatch to negate both the depth charge and the hook, but he's still going to go down to a piercing arrow. That does way too much damage. Jordan now going to go in, lock up Morgana. She's going to be stunned and trapped in place forever, as the chain of corruption has spread to the Aphelios. It's going to go down to the Grand Challenge. That's going to be 4 members going down for nothing. And speaking of Baron, that's going to be Baron.
The one time you decide to face check a bush, it is the worst push of all, and that's gonna lead to a very big boon for Mom and Pop. Unfortunate for Carson. But
yep, they don't even need all the members. So Fleur is just gonna push in out mid lane, get an extra turret, make it even easier to start sieging those inhibitors. And this game has now well and truly been blown open. It's suddenly ballooned to a 7,000 gold lead, with all those kills, a couple turrets, and that Baron coming in.
yeah, the Moonlight Vigil definitely not doing quite as much as Saligo wanted, like hoped to get. It only managed to, I think it only managed to hit 1 target, and it was just tank Nautilus. So that was just one big cooldown out in the fight. They are gonna start prepping for this Dragon right here. Well, not prepping, but like, well, it's still 2 minutes away, so they're gonna be pushing. I think the call right now is just to push mid and bot lane. They still have some 2 outer turrets on the top lane and the bot lane, which it'd be very nice to pick up. Kefumi is starting to roam into the enemy jungle. Lee Sin may be caught out once again. Ward hops away to safety.
Yeah. During the reset, CU Boulder were able to push out all the waves, so they're gonna have a little bit more time before the minions start crashing in, and they can really start sieging with the Varus poke and the threat of the engage from Lissandra. Right now, everyone's just kind of hovered mid, and lol, this is a very scary position to be in. A wraparound from that top lane does mean death, but fortunately his teammates are rotating over.
If there's one thing
His
I
bot
want
turret is just dead though.
I feel like if there's one theme that I see in this game, it's just patience. There's so much patience on both sides. I definitely like seeing that. Despite it, maybe that's a quite amount of poke on the Orianna, but Carson might want to look for an engage. Does get the Sonic wave onto the minion.
There isn't especially a need to force right now. The side of mom pops are in such an advantage that they can just siege and play a little bit slowly the way they need to. CU Boulder don't necessarily need to force quite as hard either because of their teamfight eventuality and the strength of the Aphelios, Orianna, and Morgana together.
Yeah, this passivity.
They do not want this inhibitor to go down though. That's going to create all the map pressure that's going to be needed to eventually pick up that Ocean Soul, or sorry, that Cloud Soul, and then snowball that into maybe an Elder win condition.
Yeah, this is actually looking to be a 3 inhib turrets taken down. The 3 inhibs are going to be exposed with 2 currently in contention right now.
Yeah, full core press right here. Care for me dashing out of that shockwave. CowDog went for it, and it would have been really good if it landed, but that's going to be 2 inhibs going down already. The third one probably not very long. Dredgeline not quite going to land.
Yeah, that shockwave.
And now they're just going to have these Baron minions pouring in.
That shockwave missing is definitely going to cost him all those inhibs. Luckily, they do have the Aphelios wave clear with the Runans and the IE. Should Mom and Pop decide to back off, and I think they will. I think that's a good safe call, especially with the Dragon up. They're going to be pressuring Soul for the next Drake. But
yeah. The good thing is that this is only the 3rd Cloud Drake. And then in 5 minutes time, all the inhibitors will barely come up, so they will be able to fight at the Soul, at Soul Point, to help prevent that from happening. But also, Baron will be up around a similar time, and the inhibitors are not going to be up in time for that, so...
But on the bright side, there's going to be, like, because CU does have quite a bit of wave clear, they're going to be gaining a lot of experience from these minions crashing into the base.
Yeah, that is definitely a thing about having triple inhib down, is the opponent really can't farm very effectively anymore. Double super minion just kind of kills minion, or just kind of deletes the waves. Right now, Soligo Fanboy is going to be funneled a lot of minions, as is CowDog, and Gangplank himself as well. So for the next fight, provided the minions don't take the base, we should be looking at some very strong carries coming in from CU Boulder.
Indeed. Okay, things are slowing down. They're starting to pressure the mid lane, hoping to catch something else. The Dark Binding does hit Care for me. He's just gonna sidestep out of that Morgana pool. And they're starting to pull up Bing. I want to see a bit more. I kind of want to see more pink wards in the enemy jungle if possible. It looks like they actually might just run it down.
So it looks like they're just going to go for that push right now. Graves has been hit by the, oh my goodness, that's a ton of damage. Carson's already chunked. Jordan just going to go in, blow up Carson, does barely survive, and Gangplank's locked up right now, but the Shockwave onto 3 is going to take down the Varus and the Fiora. Fiora's going in, and it's going to go down to the Lissandra, but this fight has been won. Maybe not. Holy crap, that's a lot of damage. CowDog now kind of caught in the middle of nowhere. Care for me is super low right now, but I don't know if they're going to be able to finish him off. Yes, the final ball, command attack goes in. Got the quadra kill for CowDog. That death cap really coming in. Now they're going to have to desperately try to clear his minion waves. No Aphelios, and can this last Nexus turret survive?
Yeah, that's the crate. That's how patience pays off. CowDog manages to land a massive shockwave, prolonging this game for even more, as well as giving him much needed gold. He's got 4 kills. He's currently 5-1 now. Unfortunately, does the Nexus turrets do go down, which opens up the possibility of the back door with SoFly or Jordan's teleport. So I feel like at this point they can't even contest Baron.
They definitely, they can't. There's still 3 waves of super minions. The inhibitors are not up for about another minute. And at any point, Jordan or SoFly could just teleport into the base and end the game right there. So they're gonna have to just stay inside the enemy base, make sure these minion waves do not get out of control. Otherwise, the game will end. Carson gonna poke his head forward and get caught out again. Chain of Corruption being used, and that's the GA down. Depth Charge was used as well, but I don't think he's making it out of here alive. He's gonna kick Fiora over the wall, but still get rooted by the by the Nautilus, and a final auto comes through. So Carson just face checking another bush is gonna get punished and go down.
And yeah, they're gonna be.
Meanwhile, the rest of the team clearing minions. That's the name of the game for probably the next 2 minutes.
They're gonna be getting the Baron for free now. Fiora does ping out the teleport. I feel like she wants to go TP in right away once this Baron is going to get like to punish Carson for the currently 25-second cooled like death timer.
Yeah, gonna go for not even the reset, just with the Baron buff and 6 super minions every 30 seconds. I don't know. I don't know how CU Boulder could possibly stop their Nexus from going down.
Let's see if we got. Let's see if they got the. Let's see the Hail Mary coming in. They do have Lee Sin coming in 5 seconds. If they manage to get a massive shockwave just like the Lang team fight, then maybe they can turn this around. Look at the hope from the Bears.
Night Raven, he's gonna go down immediately. Jordan gonna go in for a ton of damage, and oh no, Cowdog misses the shockwave, but it doesn't matter. The rest of the team is dead already. That's a clean ace going in, and the game going over for Mom and Pops.
GG. Yeah, what was initially seen as a methodical game has turned into catastrophe as that one face check leads to the snowball of Mom and Pop. Let's check and look at the damage charts right here.
Yeah, just a couple of picks, and it led to a really good fight for Mom and Pops and a Baron, and from there they were able to take a lot more turrets, get that gold, and then translate that gold into just more and more control, eventually getting that Baron. Sorry, no, that Baron was already gotten, just more control of the map, considering all the inhibs went down, and from there.
Yeah, I feel like it also goes to show you, like, especially in this high elo games where, like, how crucial it is, like, making literally just one mistake can ruin the entire game. It's kind of a scary thing, but it's what you get used to.
Yeah, the butterfly effect is a strong one, so.
All right, so we are currently so CU Boulder is going to be moving on. Actually, looking like to be against no, Mom and Pop is going to be the one moving on. Mind me, actually going to be playing against Soul Jungle God, who came out on top of UC Sugar Baby. Sorry about that, Deaf and Doom. Maybe you'll see. Maybe you'll come back. Because I want to see UC Sugar B. That's Baby's excellent. That was fun to watch. But
yeah, UC Sugar B currently going to be playing in
the losers bracket.
Where is? Wait, what? I don't see it on losers bracket.
It's here. Let me link you.
No, that doesn't seem right. Whatever.
Wait, do you have it?
Yeah, no, I'm looking at the bracket right now, and I don't see. Huh.
So the losers round, they have so CU Boulder is going to be.
Yeah, no, that's what I'm looking at. CU Boulder is playing against. Oh, okay. I'm looking too far back. Yeah. They're in losers quarters. Okay, I'm trolling. So we're gonna hopefully get the next match.
If you guys want to see the bracket, I'll transition it right over here. It's kind of iffy, little things, but the next match we are going to be Are we going to be watching the winners final, or what? Are we watching the losers?
Yeah, it's winners finals.
And this is going to be a best
finals
of
will
three,
be the next
correct?
match. Mom and Pops versus Soul Jungle God.
Is the winners final best of 3 or?
Huh? Yes, winners finals is a best of 3.
Got it. All right, so the next game we're going to be watching and casting over is going to be between Mom and Pops and Soul Jungle God, the 2 top teams in the tournament right now. We just need to get an invite for that, and yeah. Mom and Pops played fairly well. I wonder if we're going to see that aggression once again coming into this next game. Let's see. But yeah, like after that game, winners final is best of 3. Yes, it is. So we're going to update that, the overlay for that as well. And yeah. So while we're waiting into the game, I just once again like reach out to our charity fund that we're trying to like raise money for, which is the UC, what is it? The UCLA Leukemia and Lymphoma Society. And we do have the link. Nightbot did link that here in the chat. Please donate. They do a lot for us, and we want to give back. in that sense. And we did have some juicy donations going back yesterday. So if you do donate, we will shout you out. So to get on that, do it for a good
We'll show you
cause.
out when we actually see the message. Or when I don't have access to the actual thing, but yeah, it's okay.
So like we should
Yeah,
be.
as we said with the next game, which wow, okay, that was fast.
That was fast. Spectate. So who's gonna be blue side and who's gonna be red side?
Nico, where are you in this? Oh, I'm blind.
What I want to know, what's the background of Soul Jungle God? Like, what is the background of that?
Getting
like
hard carried by the jungler? Down.
When do I get my interview? When you win. Shout out to his sponsors. Yes, indeed. So we once again want to shout out Microsoft, Twitch Student, and like Microsoft for supplying us with some gift cards. We also Twitch Student also for a bunch of prizing itself. Also, UConnect Esports for helping us with this tournament. We are a bunch of random Canadian high schoolers. So yeah, we're currently going to be like currently preparing the lobby right now. I'm hungry. Let's talk food. I'm sorry. It's currently 1 o'clock. I haven't eaten lunch yet. I actually have something waiting for me out in the living room. Lawrence, did you manage to eat yet?
I have an orange.
I haven't eaten yet. So okay, so you're like, look at. Dude,
I had some cereal this morning when I woke up, and that's about it.
Dude,
but that's okay.
Did you see that magic? It just appeared out of
The what?
nowhere.
Oh, the orange.
Oh yeah. So yeah, like please
Movie
go follow.
magic.
Wait. Okay, guys, like guys and girls, go follow Heiner Schmitz on Twitter because he does post some juicy meal pics there. Like, you know, yeah, he's a chef. Like if
I'm
you,
really not, dude.
If you haven't seen a chef, he's a chef. It's like,
oh my god,
see those pictures, like with the lighting and the colors and the
no,
garnish.
That's me cooking with my friend. Like normally I just like make something and I'm like, I wonder if I know how to plate this. And like I try and then like just take a cracked photo on my phone. But like my friend actually has like a good camera, so photo quality has upgraded significantly. But yeah, I guess if you like noodles, sure, follow me. Sounds good. God, I love noodles.
But yeah. So like we're gonna actually see my pops. Okay, so they wanted the acronym MAP, not MNP. I was told MNP for mom and pop. But map. Okay, it's a map. So I'm gonna actually change that for scene later on. So it's not MNP, it's MAP. And if I get told wrong, I said the actual team wanted MAP. And this is once again a best of 3. So MAP is gonna be blue side, and Soul Jungle God, which is SJG, is going to be on the red side for game 1. So what are you craving right now, Lawrence? Let's make people even hungrier.
Yeah, let's suffer. I'm down. Sure,
I'm down to suffer.
That's what we're doing now. Okay. Luckily, I'm not actually craving anything right now.
Yeah, like I think based on Twitch chat, it's SJG.
Okay.
I think I have sushi waiting in the background right now. Do you guys want to just like, is it all right if I do like a mukbang or?
Ooh, mushroom chicken pesto sandwich. That sounds good. Wait, are you still on campus? And if so, was that from the study?
Like I am looking forward, like even though quarantine is going on, I am looking like low-key looking forward to the food. Not low-key, high-key looking forward to the food, because I think despite them being closed off, they're still going to be serving things a la to go. So I've
Yeah.
heard brew and plate is good. So I'm looking forward to that. I heard brew and plate. Well, I heard B plate is actually kind of mixed though, because like I know people that live and die by B plate, but then some people are probably like, it's like one of those health nut things, and then I also heard about the carne asada burrito, no, the California burrito from Rendezvous. Is that a popular option as well?
Yeah, that's a thing. That's a thing that a bunch of people did all together. Like we just go because California burrito is basically like the quote unquote special of a rendezvous, which rotates every day of the week. So that's Thursdays, and basically what would happen is you just kind of hop in this like someone on Discord is just like Cali steaks, and it's like 7:15. That's like ye, and then just a bunch of people go, and then swipe people who are old, like me, and then this year what happened before was I decided to just make our own Cali steaks. And
Dude,
they were
I'm just
also
looking.
good. Okay.
Dude, Shell, I'm looking at what you're writing, and boy, I smell that. Like because I know fennel is a very fragrant ingredient, like spice, so I can legit smell what you're typing out right now, and it's
Mm.
like I can taste like the pungency of the fennel in the meatballs, and like wait, what kind of sauce? Is it a red sauce, or is it just straight up meatballs, like noodles and meatballs? I want some tomato sauce. Marinara. Someone get ratatouille in here because like I need some something.
Yeah. So the
I'm
thing with beef
so
plate
hungry.
is that it's definitely very healthy. I don't, or yeah, it's definitely on the healthy side.
I mean, I like
Um,
healthy. I live for. I mean, I like fitness in general. So it kind of sucks that I wasn't able to work out in like the past how many months of quarantine, and I'm actually also looking forward to like the gym over there because I feel like the gym at UCLA is going to be a lot safer than going to like the usual public gym because of the precautionary measures that they have on campus. It's like they're literally going to test everyone every day. Well, not test, but like I think based on what I've read, every day that we're supposed to like fill out a 5 minute questionnaire of our symptoms before, and then like I think in specific areas like the Ash Health Center and whatnot, we actually have they take our temperature and stuff like that. So
wow.
I think
Okay.
it should be
So,
a relatively safer this and stuff like that. And I think also like I think for the first 14 days of us entering on campus for this fall, um, I think they're forcing us to quarantine in our rooms. So they're gonna be like doing I don't know like delivery to dorms for in terms of meals. I'm not entirely sure.
damn. Okay. Those are some healthy precautions. I don't even know where I'm living next year.
You're not gonna live in your current gaming house.
Gaming house. Yeah, no, you're right. It's a gaming house. I don't know because rent's expensive.
Mm-hmm.
So maybe I just move back home. But that's okay. Um,
We're starting
yeah,
to
no, the
see
B
the.
plate thing. Uh, like honestly all the dining halls are really good. I just kind of ended up at Covell a good amount when I lived on campus because the lines were the shortest there, and that was convenient. And like that's if I'm like eating roommates or whatever. Otherwise, it was just
They're saying can we do pro draft? Should we allow them to do pro draft again
yeah,
or
absolutely.
wait? Why do
Covell
people?
does have good pasta.
Oh, it's probably wait. Why would they? Oh, because Musongi's on a Smurf account.